We're going to turn the iPad around for a moment so you can see who all's in the room. So everybody at your table, if you'd like to greet the people that are on Zoom, they'll be able to see you for a moment. So Neil and Sandra, say hi to everybody. This is everybody on Zoom. There you go. Richard, Lazaro, Al, y'all wave at everybody on Zoom there. Let's go over to the next table. Dr. George and Bill and John and Patty. And then our front table, we have Assistant District Governor Don Clausen. Ed McCarty's here, Bobby Haas is here, David Harris. Yeah, leave that facing them, Jordan. And they can see me on this one. Here, turn it the other way, the way you had it, and use my. Okay, I'm just trying to use my phone for a timer. I don't think it'll stay there. Don, we're finding when you try to run 3 platforms, there are a few challenges with this. Yes, sir. Mr. Raymond's going to do the pledge. Al Zapana is going to introduce our guests. Do we have any visiting guests? Well, we have the, yes. Yes. And Bill, okay. Okay. Yeah, hold on just a minute, Bobby. We're trying to work out this technology here. Let me hold this a minute. You mute me.
Just so you know, Jordan, the camera is so far back, we can't really see people. So if that's the technical challenge there, just so you know.
If you would straighten yourself, you'd get a better picture.
Kathy and Clint, those of you that are on Zoom, I can't do anything about the camera that's on the MacBook Pro, so it can either be pointed towards me or I can point it towards the audience. So I'm sorry I can't do anything about zooming in on that. I have one camera from a phone that's pointed towards me, so we're going to leave this pointed towards the audience.
Okay.
Even though I just can't adjust that camera. I may see if I can get a different camera to fix to it next week, but we're still working with multiple platforms here.
But we can see you at the podium real well.
Good. All right. Is my hair all nice? And
Yes.
Y'all are laughing, so all right, that's good. Okay. Well, we're getting ready to start. Okay. Okay. Good. All right. Those of you that are on Zoom, we have figured out a solution. All right. Can y'all hear me on Zoom?
Yes.
You can? All right.
Yes.
So we're going to have one person at each table log into Zoom and then point their camera at their table. So you're going to see in a minute, multiple cameras are going to pop up here, and it's going to be the people that are at that particular table. And so,
Great idea.
yes, you know, we are Rotarians. We will figure out how to get this done. So that'll happen momentarily. Hey, Jordan, I'm ready to start, all right? What is that noise that just happened there? Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday, July 9th meeting of your Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club. I know you just got your food, but if you'll stand with me for a moment, we're going to reverse the order briefly. I'll explain why in a moment, but we're going to have Richard Raymond lead us in the pledge. And then the Davidson brothers are going to lead us in a song, the Gatlin prayer song, and also in America the Beautiful. So Richard Raymond, would you begin by leading us in the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Excellent. So the Davidson brothers, please come up. Leave it here? Okay.
Can you see the Davidson brothers?
Right below me.
Wonderful.
Now, singing America the Beautiful by Father of Las Colinas. We're going to sing "Oh Beautiful for Space Skies" and we're going to pray America the Beautiful. Oh, beautiful for space skies, waves of rain,
Zapata introduce our visiting Rotarians and guests. Al, did we get you a list yet? Not yet. All right. You may come on up so we can get you on Zoom and Facebook and She, glad you're here.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody. I'm glad those of us that are here. We need to get more. So come on, next time. We have Dan Clemson, he's the Assistant Governor of Rotary District 5810. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's give all of our visiting guests and any visitors we have on Facebook a warm welcome. All right. All right. I think our only visitor on Zoom is Nicole. Nicole, are you still on there? She, her name's up there. She's filling in for Superintendent Magna Hernandez. So we're glad to have her with us as well. Man, we're filling the room. You guys did good. Well, let's continue with our program today. And our first order of duty is to, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Look at you. Wonderful. Well, it was a year ago at this time that I stood before you and laid out some lofty goals for 2019 and 2020. 4 pages of very ambitious things I thought we could accomplish this year. I will say for the most part, we were on track with that until about the 14th of March. Anybody know what happened on the 14th of March? That's when the stay-at-home order was issued, and for most of us, life changed dramatically since then. So I have worked to try to prepare some goals for this coming year, but I'm going to just tell you, I want to build upon what the presidents before me have done. I'm grateful for Max and Crystal and Rick, especially because the 3 of them, being our immediate past presidents, have helped me in a significant way during this past year. And one of the objectives I had last year, and I'm going to talk more about this in a minute. I'm always nervous when it happens. If that's my cue, they're going to be coming in with the hook to take me off stage. So if I glance one way or the other, you'll know why. One of my objectives for this year, actually last year, but it continues through this year, was to have a 5-year transition plan through the year 2023, 2024. So while we have names in place and I've discussed with these individuals, the most importantly is that we have, at least for the next 3 years, a lineage of people that have agreed to be president-elect nominee, and if you had a president-elect nominee, we have 3 people in line over the next 3 years that will be stepping into the president-elect and the presidency of the club. My objective is to try to continue to fill that entire timeline, and then every year we're going to continue to push that out a year. So if you're a member of the club and you'd like to serve in some capacity, or if you're serving in one area already and you'd like to serve in a different area, I want to make sure we get you connected with the proper area of service. So give me a moment as I introduce to you the board members for the 2020-2021 Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club. And then Dan has gratefully agreed as assistant governor to come up and give us the oath of office. And then at the end of our meeting, we have another special recognition that we're going to do. Well, every president needs really 3 key officers: a president-elect, a secretary, and a treasurer. So I'm delighted that this year's secretary, Linda Despain, is going to become our new president-elect. So I'm going to ask Linda to come up here and stand to my right here for just a moment. Linda will has been to the president-elect training. She will continue to work alongside me as she accepts the responsibilities of preparation for her year as presidency next year, and also work with me to help fulfill that board that will be serving under her in the coming year. Next to Linda, I'm going to ask David Harris to come up. Where's David? There he is. David. Yeah, I have to say this about David. Almost 20 years ago, 19 years ago, David, you and I were on the same board. I was president of the Las Colinas Rotary Club in 2001, 2002, and David was my treasurer that year. And so, David, I'm certainly grateful that 19 years later, we're both still in Rotary and you're still willing to serve in this capacity. So thank you very much. So stay up. Thank you. I get the right people around me. Well, when Linda agreed to step from secretary to president-elect, it left a big hole to fill. And I will tell you, this is a position that's not easy to get people to say yes to. So I had to go back to one of our former secretaries and I asked Bobby Haas, would you please, for just this 1 year, serve as secretary, give me a year to help groom somebody else to step in that role. So Bobby said yes. He gave me 2 conditions. One, that it would only be once and don't ask again. And then second is we have to do something to get a proper recognition for our attendance. So we're going to work together to get that taken care of. So come stand on this side of me over here, if you would, please. Thank you, sir. Well, in addition to our club officers, we have directors that serve in various capacities. Well, before I do that, we have one other officer. Rotary has a president nominee, which is the person that is the year before they're going to be a president-elect. So you serve as a nominee, president-elect, and then president. Our club has had difficulty getting a nominee in place, but part of this 5-year plan means you have to get somebody in the queue. So I have asked, and she has accepted Doreen Milano to be our president nominee. Doreen's on Facebook, upper left-hand corner. So she's waving at us. But she will be attending PETS this year as a nominee. She'll attend PETS again the following year as president-elect, and she'll be the president of our club in 2023, 2024. So Doreen, thank you for saying yes. She also, because nominee is really just an appointment, she's going to continue to serve as our director of membership. So I want to acknowledge and thank her for that. As secretary of our club, Bobby Haas leads us in our club administration, which helps us with our liaison with the Las Colinas Country Club. He's also will be assigning volunteers for prayer, song, and oftentimes introducing our guests, and has other administrative tasks. And most importantly, he's going to be working with me this year so we can get a concrete attendance guideline, and we'll be recognizing years of attendance the first meeting of every month. Is that right? It's what we did last year.
We can.
Okay. We're going to try to do that. We'll see if we need to adjust. Let me just continue through our officers because I want these folks to get back to their food and be able to eat. Another big shoe to fill was Chris Dobbs, and Chris served as our program chair, did a phenomenal job. So Chris, I know you're online there someplace. Let me find you on the screen. There you are waving at me. Thank you. Got the flag out of your yard earlier this week. So tried to sweep the curb and everything, make it look good. But Chris did a great job with programs, but I'm really grateful that one of our newer transfer members from another club, Jerry Hicks, has agreed to do that. So Jerry, come up and stand in the front here. Jerry will be leading that program, and we've got several individuals that are going to continue to serve to help us with programs. I know that Patty Landers has been instrumental helping us with programs. Mara Gash usually takes the month of May. Crystal Scanio usually takes the month of August and helps us with school programs. Jackie Knox helps us with programs. And then Mike Kuntz, that's always nice to help us with the coaches and some of the athletic programs every year. So, Jerry, you got a good team and excited about our programs for the coming year. Let me continue through our Director is Lazaro Alvarez. Lazaro, would you come up here? Lazaro is going to make a switch from club service to community service this year. And so we're grateful to Lazaro. Let me get over. Under community service, probably our biggest program is our flag program. And I'll talk about the flag program more in a minute, but there's a lot of activity that happens under community service. Youth service, Tracy Love. Tracy's on the screen in the right-hand corner. Wave at us there, Tracy. New executive director of the Irving Family YMCA. I say new, you've been there almost a year. Is that right? So we're glad that Tracy is going to help us with the youth service. There are others that are going to be working along Tracy in that capacity, so we're not going to leave you there by yourself, but Jordan and Don Jensen and Lazaro all help with the Interact program. We have our Future Leaders program that falls under that. Our Rotary Reading program falls under that. Four-way speech contest with Lourdes, and our Police and Fire Service awards. So that's a pretty active committee, but already functioning very well. Club service, Shane Webb. Shane is here today. Got your phone back there. But Shane is going to be stepping into a new role with our club as club service director. Focus on making the club stronger. We'll be working with Doreen on memberships and new member orientation and updating member profiles. So Shane, thank you very much. Appreciate your help in that capacity. Lourdes, I'm not sure if Lourdes is on Zoom. Is she there? There she is. I see her. Lourdes, thank you for waving. Hope your recovery is going well. But Lourdes has been in the vocational service for a number of years, done a great job getting the students in on a quarterly basis, coordinating the four-way speech contest. So Lourdes, thank you. Grateful for your effort. And in a minute, we're going to install an oath of office, so you can either give a thumbs up or say yes, that you agree to do that. I've added a couple of new director positions this year just because these people do a lot of work, and I want to acknowledge what they do. Mara Gast is coordinating our bulletin and our communications. I don't think Mara is on this morning, but I did speak with her earlier. So I'm just grateful for that role and assistance. Is she there? Where are you at? Where are you pointing at? All right. So I don't see Mara there, but Mara, thank you. If you listen to this on Facebook later or on YouTube, we're grateful for your service. She also helps us interface with Pam Blankensee, who runs our club website. Another position that's new this year is our social media director. So I'm going to ask my son Jordan to come up. Jordan's been helping us on social media. Those of you that are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our Rotary Club gets 4 posts a day on every single one of those platforms. And it's significantly expanded our reach. These aren't just Rotarians that are or following us. We have people that are in the community and non-Rotarians, but they're getting the information about what's happening in the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club. And then for the 2021-2022 year, Rick Lindsay will continue to serve as chair of our past president's council. I saw Rick up there a minute ago. Usually you'd only do that 1 year, and I would be the chair of the past president's council, but I'm president again. So I said, well, if I'm president again, you got to be chair of the past president's council. So Mr. Lindsay, I'm dependent upon you. Thank you for your help. And then we're going to have a liaison from the flag program, maybe a joint liaison between Bob and Rick and myself, but we want to make sure, especially as the golf tournament has not happened the last 2 years, our revenue as a club comes from this flag program, and we've made some transitions this year. There are more to be made. We still have too much of the flag program falling on the shoulders of just a few people, And so I'm going to be working this year to try to get everybody involved in some capacity. You may not be able to take out flags or pick up flags, but maybe you can help us sell flags, or maybe you can call people that haven't renewed and help them renew. I mean, there's something that all of us can do. And that old adage, many hands make light work. If we just all get involved, it'll make it a lot easier on us. I want to grow this flag program. I'd love to see us over 2,000 and maybe over 2,500 flags, but that's going to take everybody's work and effort. Can you make 2,500 flags, Billabar? That, I'm going to take that as a yes, all right? He's choking back there. Yes. Yes. Well, Bill has been working with us so faithfully this past year, and so most of you heard the announcement 2 weeks ago that he's rejoining the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club today. So a special welcome back. And normally I'd say we're going to put you to work, but you've already been working. So we're just going to let you keep doing what you do so well. We thank you for that. Well, these are the officers and directors of your Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club for the 2020-2021 year. I've asked our guest, but Assistant Governor Dan Clemson, to come forward. He's going to take the microphone and do the oath. So,
you guys want to put your hands on?
we'll just raise our right hands. Fine. We'll do whatever you tell us to do. All right.
Officers and directors, we'll just raise the right hand. I will lead us in this oath for the incoming officers. We'll start off with I and insert your name.
Robert.
Do solemnly pledge.
Do solemnly pledge.
That I will fulfill the duties of my office.
That I will fulfill the duties of my office.
In the Rotary Club of Las Colinas.
In the Rotary Club of Irving Las Colinas. To the best of my ability.
That I will support President Olson.
That I will support the President. And abide by our club's constitution and bylaws.
Thank you. Why don't we all stand and welcome the new officers and directors.
Thank you, Dan, very much. Stay up here a minute. All right, so officers and directors, thank you. Club members, I appreciate your support. You can go back and finish your meal. Dan's joining us today. He's our new assistant district governor. Lori Kreider was assigned a different club this year, so we're glad to have Dan with us. He asked if he could make a brief announcement, and then we have another recognition we're going to do momentarily. So Dan, please.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to say hello, everyone, and the district needed me done anybody, any officer director, where wanted to contact me, that is fantastic. What I signed up for. Tell you what, I think the last time
There's something on that phone.
Hey, if you really want to get into the next level of Rotary, let me encourage you guys to start tuning in to the district roundtable. It'll be this Saturday. It's on Zoom, and it really has enlightened me as far as the role and the purpose of Rotary and not only our community, but to get to reach out into the focus on, in our country and around the world. For that. I know Mr. Governor Johnson's going to be here next week, and I'll be back. I'll be back for that. And he's quite a dedicated Rotary, and we have a community here. Hopefully, we won't have all the obstacles that we face this past year. And I just wanted to thank you all for your service. It's always a pleasure to visit Rotary Clubs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. Well, a few months ago, Rick Lindsay and I were at this podium, and Don George was, I believe, leading us in prayer that day. And Don just happened to make a comment about his years of service in Rotary and about how he became a member of Rotary. So Don, come on up while I'm sharing this. And after Rotary, we got together and just decided that there was something that we needed to do as a club. And so Don, you helped me by just kind of recounting how you became a member of this club, and then together we'll do this presentation.
Thank you so very much, Mr. President Robert. Being a Rotarian forces upon me a debt of gratitude that I will never be able to adequately repay. I owe a debt of gratitude to virtually every person in this room, because each one of my fellow Rotarians have made a noble and very trusted investment in my life because of the things you do, the things you say, the person you are. And so I thank you. I've been a Rotarian for the past 25 years, member of this club, and I have served under some truly great men and women who have served as our club president. And as I have thought back down through that galaxy of stars who have served as president, I have concluded that the women Rotarians who have served as president are in a dead heat for first place as the best president we have ever had in this road. But close behind that tie of 5 women leaders, there are some men who've done a noble job. And running in a real tight race, in second place, there's the tie between Robert also and Richmond, 2 of the greatest presidents. And so I tip my hand to tip my hand to noble men and women who served as president. I put the women in first place because it's against my religion to vote against them. So, but they all are worthy. They're worthy indeed. I learned how difficult it would be to vote against a woman when my daughter, Valerie Jones, first decided to run for a school board of Irving. She was elected to 3 consecutive terms, and I wanted everybody in the city to vote for a woman in that particular slot, Valerie Jones. And she served so nobly and efficiently that after her first term in office, she did not even draw a candidate for the next election. And several guys came to me from the city, said, you know, George, Valerie could be elected mayor of Irving if you let her run, because if she ran, nobody would run against her. They wouldn't be beaten, so they wouldn't even run against her. I think that was a little bit overly positive as far as their attitude, her abilities were concerned. You know, I get the preacher's itch every time I get around this. That's why I'm taking so long to talk today. And I have a standing offer for the Davidson brothers to go wherever I go to preach. I preach all over the nation from Sunday to Sunday. Wherever I'm invited to preach, I give them this standing offer for them to come at
their expense and sing just as good. And so far, they have yet to take me on any of those. You guys really are. There is nothing quite like family harmony. And we heard, did you hear some harmony in those songs today? I love and appreciate their mother and father. Neil and Sandra Davidson have been friends of mine virtually the entire, almost now 50 years that I have lived in this city. When Neil Davidson invited me to become a Rotarian, it was a tremendous compliment to me for him to do so. And I've told you this story, and I don't want to bore you with it, but let's not reach for 45 minutes. So Neil Davidson told me that attendance at the meetings is the price of Rotary. That you haven't even paid the first price, you don't go to the meetings. He said, if you go to the meetings, you're good. If you don't go, you got to make up. And so I had been a Rotarian for 1 week, and it was time for Rotary. 1 week after I was inducted into the club. And I got busy doing other things, and I didn't go. And Neil Davidson called me and said, if you don't wake up, this will be a mark against our club. Well, I didn't wake up. And in a very nice, kind, fatherly, benevolent way, he told me that I had to attend every meeting or wake up. I have not missed a Rotary meeting in the past 45 years. And because of his kindness, kindness is part of Rotary. And I just want to say thank you to whoever gets the credit for this. I'm not sure. I think it was John Van who turned the camera on me when I was blowing my nose. It was real nice. I was blowing my nose blower, so thank you, John. Appreciate it. But, Mr. President, thank you for your years of service. Thank you for letting me talk a little bit about Neil Davidson. He's a personal friend and a friend of every one of you I know. And I think it's fitting and proper that we give some special honor today. My friend and yours, Neil Davidson.
Happen here. After Don had talked back in March about Neil bringing him into Rotary, Rick Lindsay came to me and we had a conversation, and the decision was made. Neil had never been president of this club, and we wanted to make him honorary president of this club. And so, Neil, I'm going to ask you to come forward for a minute. Come stand right here next to Don for me. So this is the same award that we give to the police and firefighters that we recognize on a quarterly basis. The wording's a little different. So this says, Neil Davidson, Honorary Club President, says, with deep appreciation for your hard work, dedication for service, and enthusiasm and leadership of song. And then it lists things like, oh, say, can you see, my eyes have seen the glory, oh, beautiful for spacious skies, and Rotary. It says, may you always have a smile upon your face and a song in your heart. Now, originally it says April 2020. We were going to give this to you in April, but the coronavirus kept us from doing this. This is from the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club, honorary president, Neil Davidson. So, Don, would you present that to him? And if somebody's got a camera, we need to get a couple of pictures, all right?
I love all of the songs that are on here.
Take me to the ball game. Neil, come on up here by me for a moment. Let's just set this here so we don't drop it. It is heavy. So, Neil, may I have your badge? I have a honorary president's badge for you. So it's got a little magnet on it. I can put it on you. So we're going to put your honorary president's badge on you if I can get it.
Well, if you can, I will.
Yep, there it is. And our secretary, thank you, Linda, got us a honorary president's lapel pin.
Oh,
So may I,
great.
and it has a diamond inside it.
You want me to get this off?
You can leave that one there. I'll just put this one right below it. You've got your military service one. So,
Yeah.
but we want you to be properly recognized. So, Neil Davidson, honorary president of the Irving Las Colinas Rotary Club. Can I get an applause? Now, Neil, stay with me for a moment because you're president. You have a, so Neil, I'm going to ask you to close our meeting out today by asking Bill Labar to do our four-way test. And I'm going to ask you to ring the gavel to close out our meeting. So just ask Bill to lead us in our four-way test.
I just looked, and I'm seeing this, I'm channeling lots of brands. It takes 8 people 1 hour to make 50 new flags. So when you're talking about going 400 or 500 new flags, think about how many hours of work that is. And we normally work for an hour. Because you invite people to come out and work for an hour, and you have them 2 hours, they won't come back. So we're working an hour this Saturday from 7:30 to 8:30 to disassemble flags, and then we'll see what we have to do to those flags. But just keep that in mind. I'm doing that for you. It takes 80 people 1 hour to build 50 new flags. Okay, just so you know. Now, I'm going to channel the inner Ken Lancaster in all of us. Would you stand as we recite the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do, typically in an election? Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4.
Before you ring the bell, let me just say thank you to the club for supporting us on this while. Sandra, thank you for keeping it secret. Ray and Scott, you guys did everything all.
Yeah.
Yeah. If everybody can on Zoom with us today, thank you for support as well. So Bill, congratulations. Here's the gavel. Ring the bell and ring the bell there. Just say your turn.
You're sure. Now, wait a minute. Before you go,
You good?
That's right. Yes, right.
My first time you're gonna be busy. You do this for a living too? Oh, that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, trying to bring in Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
All of you on Facebook or Zoom, thank you for watching. We'll leave it open.
Yeah, got a lot of great ideas.
Chat with each other. Am I muted? So, here we go. All right. So those of you on Zoom, we're going to leave it open for a few minutes. If you want to continue to converse with one another, thank you for being part of today's meeting. Appreciate your support for the coming year. Bye now. Thank you. Appreciate you getting there.
Thanks, Robert.
I gotta